Why, hello there, a nice day here. I hope this video finds you well, and today I'm bringing you a summary of a knife I've done a full review, and the full review will be linked down in the description. This is the WE Guthrie, a design by Jason Guthrie, who does custom knives, based on his, I believe, Scout model. This is still an absolutely fantastic knife. I really have enjoyed this thing, as I just failed to deploy it. Because I'm an idiot. But this is a very interesting, very cool knife from WE Knives that I quite like. Overall, I'm not going to go full specs and everything because, well, that's in the full review, and the full review, as I said, will be linked in the description. But just a quick cover: you got basically 4 inches of blade, 9 1/4 overall. It is a big knife. It is not a small knife. It is definitely a large knife. It's almost, if it wasn't so sleek and nice in the hand, I would say it's pushing towards extra large territory, but it's not got the mass for that. The action on bearings is absolutely amazing. As usual with WE, it is 20 CV, and it is darn near invisible. They did put Jason Guthrie's logo on there on the blade, which is kind of unusual for WE. Do I mind it? No. Do I wish it was up here, maybe a little smaller? Sure. But this is a collaboration of one of his knives, so I'm not exactly complaining. The rest of the logo is right here, and everything else is sterile and clean and beautiful. And that's what this knife is. This is sort of beautiful, elegant, big beast, right? That's what it is, right? That might be the thumbnail, or not the thumbnail, the title. That's a dog. Got a drop point blade, nice and thin behind the edge, as is often the case with WE, not too thick on the blade stock. The sharpening choil could definitely be better on this one, or, well, not the sharpening choil. The plunge grind could definitely, well, I guess both. The plunge grind basically hits right in front of the edge termination. However, despite the pin hitting back there, it hits all the way up there. So you can definitely extend this choil out without worry, because as long as you don't hit up here, you're never going to have an issue. So assuming you just sort of extend out this, maybe right there, you won't have any problem whatsoever. So, not a problem. It looks like it is a problem. Could be a problem. It's not. Beautiful hand satin finish. It is a front flipper and thumb studs, and the front flipper, despite not having, like... This is almost perfect wire EDM jimping, but not quite. However, it wraps around, and it's very grippy. It works so well. This is a super easy front flipper. And honestly, it's super easy to get the thumb studs, despite them being relatively close to the frame. They've given you a nice little bit of milling out. The first one I did, I pushed into the lock, but as long as you don't do that, yeah, it shoots right out. The blade's beautiful. Big drop points, just clean. Very, very useful. This particular one, though there are variants, has this what they call, I think, champagne bronze anno on the handle, and yeah, that is just elegant. The inlays are carbon fiber, and they are beautifully finished, and the transitions excellent. And that's a dog. Okay, I'll be with you in a second, dog. Transitions are excellent. Finish, polish, softening, rounding, yeah, it's contoured, it's everything. Just wonderful. Hidden lanyard post, standoffs here. It is, I guess you would consider this a bolster lock. That's interesting. I just realized there's no, like, lock bar cutout. Maybe it's because the frame itself gets so thin back here that it doesn't need it. That's cool. That makes it very clean, very I mean, you wouldn't see it anyway because it's covered, but yeah, that's just an interesting detail that I just noticed now. Lock bar access is excellent. You have not only chamfer and a little bit of texture there, but you can get it easy. The action is drop shut gorgeous. This is top tier execution on the action. I mean, this is the special sauce. They did it. They got it. This is it. The ergos are super open and accommodating. The clip is a little bit big, especially because it flares out here, so you do kind of feel just a tiny, tiny bit of it right up in here. But it's not at all uncomfortable. Like, it's super comfortable and it's super close to disappearing. So, just want to say that. The clip is titanium milled. Nice flex, nice retention. Excellent working clip. Could have a little bit more continuous rise instead of flattening out a little bit at the end, but it works. Who cares? It is inset into the carbon fiber and it is not reversible. So that is one thing. Sorry, lefties. There are speed holes, obviously. I'm not a super fan of speed holes, and honestly, if they get rid of these speed holes, or all of the speed holes, I'd be pretty happy. I'd be perfectly happy either way. I do think I prefer just to not have these ones here and just have the 3 matching on either side. But I'm not complaining. The design element carries through. It's clear. I have no issues. This is just a good knife. It's a big, well-made, beautiful WE knife that really is top of the mark. There's no play. It is centered. They could probably actually have gotten a tiny bit more blade length in there. I wouldn't have minded seeing that. Pulling up to like right there, which actually is like, could they have gotten, how much could they have gotten in there? They could probably have gotten 1/8 of an inch more blade length on there. So that would have been cool, but I mean, it's big. It's beautiful. Bronze hardware. Yeah, this is a good one from WE. I'm pretty sure these sold out originally and then came back and they still might be around. The ergos are great. Hopefully you can find one because if you really like it, because this is one of those ones where I think it's worth it. I think it justifies its price. It's doing enough. It's cool. It's really functional. Easy to carry. Reasonable depth in the pocket. Middle sort of carry depth. Surprisingly easy to get out of the pocket despite the fact that this is like softened and smooth, but it works. It just works. The only thing that I want WE to do, and this is not specifically for this knife, this is for in general, WE needs to work on further softening their lock bar cutouts. This one is one of the better ones. It is rounded. There is a chamfer on there, and it is soft. But it is still a little bit of a harder edge than it necessarily needs to be. The carbon fiber is not. You can actually see a nice, solid chamfer right there on it. Make that chamfer transition and continue up into the lock bar cutout. That's just my personal opinion. If you're going to say we're making premium knives that are top tier, and I mean, this is an expensive premium knife that is definitely top tier, just touch those final little adjustments to make it even better. I know it's not easy, probably, to get chamfers in there. It's certainly easier to do it on an inlay, but I have noticed that occasionally there's a little bit sharp. Again, this one is rounded and softened a lot, and it's not at all uncomfortable. You don't feel it. So, no, for the most part, it's not a problem. But it is something where it's like, yeah, you can do it just a little tiny bit better, I think. Other than that, this is a great knife. I like this knife a lot. So, I'm going to end things here. Say thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.